This banana saves your game progress. Oh, well, I didn't know that, but cool. My name is Mayo too. Alright. Circle the back. This scroll story and move disembodied hand. Okay, cool. So guys, oh, look what I'm doing. I'm doing so many things right now. In fact, space smells like seared steak. I didn't know that. Did you guys know that? I did not know that. I am a lonely person myself. What? Oh, I can click here to start the story. I didn't know that. I mean, I know that now because... Aww. The lonely person, Mayo. But then there's Mayo right up here. Why would you be lonely when you got Mayo? I don't know. So this classic blend Mayo, guys, packaged by the company in 1954, San Jose. And I have already pressed this button. Look at me. I've tapped this Mayo jar like 200 times. I paid money for this. I paid money for this beautiful game. So have you guys tried those gingerbread Oreos? Cause like, those are pretty good, you know. Gingerbread Oreos. Gingerbread stuff in general is just kind of alright. Oh yeah, I had some spicy ginger soda not too long ago. I definitely recommend getting some if you ever see it. Crafted sodas. I think that's a brand. It's not actually spicy though. It's called spicy ginger, but I think it's like that because it like... why is it called that? It's not exactly sour, but like... I guess there's some zest to it, but it's a liquid in it. Cure my thirst. Maybe just because it's the taste of ginger, without it being like overpowering. Like, have you guys ever grabbed like a ginger root, like a whole entire root? Just get a big old bite and just see the super tasty yellow insides. Like, that's a ginger root. That is not a good idea. They say it's super healthy for you, very good for you, they say. But they also say eating a clove, like a whole garlic clove, or just like one of those like, not like a piece, but like a whole entire little garlic thing. Eating that by itself, nothing added, is really healthy for you. They do say that it will probably make your skin smell a little different, but it's apparently really good for your heart. Supposedly. I don't know what's good for your heart. I don't know how people know what's good for your heart. Do people know the science of what is good for your heart? I think we know like what not to clog arteries, and like we know that water is good for the body, but do we really know if like coffee or chocolate, garlic's good? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Do we have less likely a chance for certain diseases? I don't know, but I know that I'm topping this mayo jar. By the way, do you guys like mayo? I personally kind of like, I'm not much of a mayo person. I rather have ketchup than mayo personally. Like ketchup on hot dogs, jalapeno ketchup. I've had Dr. Pepper ketchup. I've had ketchup of just many different kinds. I know some people do not like mustard. But you know, it makes a nice combo on a hot dog. Actually, have you ever gotten this crushed red peppers from like a pizza place? There's like little peppers. Have you ever put that on top of a hot dog? It's actually like, if you enjoy those red peppers, I recommend doing that. It's an experience. It's an experience I loved personally. I never felt like I loved anything as much as the very first time I had that. And then after that, I loved other stuff more. But I was very amazed. I think I tried it when I was maybe 7 to 9. You know, that time of age where like if you're home by yourself, or somebody's like, oh, you can fix yourself something, and you're like, okay, I'm a kid, I'm gonna make myself a sandwich, and you know, you're like, well, what do we have in the cabinet? And if you have anything in the cabinet, whether it be like honey, a jelly, or just mixed bags of just things, you know, like it's strange, because like if you ask like a kid, oh, you want to try eggplant, or you want to try like Brussels sprouts or some type of vegetable, the kids are like, ew, why? Also, I think most kids just don't like the texture. I don't think they actually care too much about the taste, though I will say zucchini and squash is kind of like eh. But honestly, like I knew a lot of kids that like try Cheetos, or like Lay chips, or even like Pringles, with their like sandwiches that they made. I had gotten a big box of Cheez-Its, and I would sometimes literally just crush, like, I lay a piece of bread, and I would cover the bread with Cheez-Its about 3/4 of the way, and then I would just crunch them and like move my hand in like a wavy motion, and I would just make sure it's nice and flat, and then I would of course get a plate or a napkin. If I'm gonna be honest, I probably got a napkin, because I didn't care for plates. I always use napkins. I think I used napkins because if I used napkins, you didn't have to clean dishes. And I think I saw there was a lot of opportunities and times, like we didn't have dishes at school, or we didn't have you know, like certain things. Like if I went to the zoo and got a hot dog or a hamburger, they had like a little napkin, and that's what I could put my hot dog on if I wasn't holding it in my hand. You could put it on a little napkin on like a little wooden table. But like I personally, I use napkins for that. But anyways, get back to I have no idea what I'm really talking about. Let's talk about the zoo. The zoo is kind of cool, you know, like some people are like, oh, look at all the animals. And I was like, man, I did not know that there were so many spiders. I didn't know there were big spiders, nighttime spiders. I did out spider up at all times of the day. I found out that there were spiders that could eat some pretty big birds. I found out that there were spiders that like the daddy long legs. I didn't know that, like, apparently they can bite. I've been told that they couldn't bite. Apparently their mouths are too small for us to really feel the venom or the poison of a bite. Or supposedly that's how it is. And people were always like, aren't you scared of scorpions? But I don't know. I have yet to been asleep and stung by a scorpion, or at least I don't think so. I don't think I have. I don't think I've had a scorpion in my room and it just sting me. I feel like I might know if I did. But also I've never seen a scorpion really any place besides like retail stores. Inside, which is strange to think about. I've never seen them out in the wild. I've seen them only in like freaking grocery stores or like areas. It's I guess it's a little strange. I don't know. I've never been stung by one. I've just smashed them before. But yes. So back to the zoo. Like, so I did not like the zoo. And one of the same reasons why I don't like the zoo is because one of the same reasons I don't like Petsco or PetSmart. I don't like Petsco or PetSmart really because the moment that I go and like I always have somebody that's like, let's go to Petsco, or they're like, let's go to PetSmart. I need to look at something, and I'm like, I'm wearing nice clothes. I got my dress shirt and a blazer. Or it doesn't even matter. I hate going inside that place. If I go inside that place, the moment I get inside that place, I just reek of animals, and it's an unpleasant smell, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I rather if I'm gonna smell an animal, I'd rather smell a animal, not a horde of animals, whether they be lizards or cats or dead fish or just fish or dirty water fish or gerbils or birds, which is fine. Birds are fine, but man, like I knew I had a friend. I had a bird, and let's just say like it screamed all the time. It was just screaming their name. They'd be like, Larry! 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 And they would peck at their skin, their little feathers, and they were like, give me food! And they just never stopped. They had all the energy in the world, that little tiny body. But yeah, so birds, I mean, like, they're cute, they're fun. Like pigeons, they're pretty cool. And crows, they're fun to look at. I have a story that I was driving one day. I saw a bunch of birds. I always imagined the birds just screaming, like singing like an opera or just like a sympathy. I also think about like the buzzards back in like old cartoons that would be like, nobody knows the sorrows I have seen. Nobody knows my blah blah. No, the troubles I've seen. Well, I don't know. I don't know how it goes. It was forever ago. But like, there's these 3 buzzards, and they wanted to eat this rabbit because it was, I don't know. It wasn't rabbit season. I don't know why the rabbit was even there. But yeah, there's that. And then I've seen some crows just like sit on top of the scarecrow, and they be like eating corn, and they be just being a bird, you know. Like there's that. And then there's cool birds like the JonTron bird, Jock. He shoots lasers out of his eyes, and I don't know, he's a pet, a bird. It's a pretty cool bird. There's like Harvey Birdman. He's kind of like a bird. He's a bird man. And then there's a bird person, you know. But yeah, like birds, man. Like, and there's that Digimon bird, there's a pink bird, Biomon. Birds. The birds are the words. And there's that Mordecai and Rigby, you know, that regular show. So I can't say I don't like birds. There's some pretty good birds. There's some pretty good famous birds. But there's that. But then like, I don't know, like Petco, PetSmart, like going back there, like I'll be going down an aisle and I'll just look through the fish aisle and I'll be like, okay, and I'll like see all the crabs and I'm like, where do these crabs come from? Where do these crabs come from? Does a truck with a bunch of live animals like drive safely with all these little crabs inside like a container? Like, that's impressive. That glass not breaking. Maybe the glass does break. Maybe there's just a bunch of crabs in a semi-truck sometimes. I don't know. But what I do know is that crabs, they are I don't know, they're not like water spiders, which are a thing, you know. They float on water or walk on water, or walking water spiders. I don't know. There's that Skitty. No, that's not the Pokemon I'm thinking of. There's like this like water Pokemon, and it's a bug. There's like 2 of them, and there's one that's blue, and then there's one that's like Acropod. I think that's a new one, but like they're both like, no, bugs. Maybe they're just bugs. Anyways, so like crabs, you know, the Rave Crab is great, Mr. Krabs is great, Krabby Pokemon, great, Kingler, great. Animals, it's not even the animals that are the bad part of Petco, it's just the smell. Like, there's just nothing that you can do with that smell. I don't know if it's just my Petco that smells horribly bad, or if it's all Petcos that smell horribly bad. But in general, like, I'm not up for it. I don't care. There's not, you could give me, if you offered me $20 to go in that Petco with you, but then I had like a date or I had somewhere I needed to be an hour later, I would let you keep that $20. I don't care if it could buy a pizza. I don't care if it could buy like 32 Hot Pockets. I don't care if it could buy me the new Fortnite Battle Pass. And buy my friend a Battle Pass too. Like, I don't want No, I don't. I don't want that smell. That's a bad smell. That's not. It's not a good smell. You know. It's. It's just. It's impressive. You know. It's just like why would I do that? Is there anything really to do? Why is it really worth, you know, walking around having that bad aftertaste because you smell the smell of a ton of animals, you know, going through? It's not even like a farm smell. Like I've gone to farms, I've been, you know, by sheep. I've been around things like that, and you know, like horses, and they don't smell like Petco smells. Petco smells like the dogs and the cats haven't bathed in forever, and that's their job. Like they bathe those animals. Those animals are clean, but like I guess there's just so many of them. There's no way. There's just no way to clean that. And there's the circulation of like air. Like I don't know. I don't know how some of those animals just don't say, you know what? I can't breathe. I'm sad. I mean, I guess I see some of them. Like some of them are like, you know what? I'm in this little cage. I'm gonna hide behind this little coral, this little stump, this log that's broken down, so I can walk around it, so you can see, or you can see me just get to the corner of my tank. You know, Petco animals, chameleons, ferrets, bunnies. Bunnies. Oh my gosh, guys. So, talking about rabbits, so long ago, back in the day, I went to this thing called the flea market. I was like, maybe 7. I was 7. And I went, and I went with my family. I had a sister, and I was really tired, so we went to the car, and we had been at the flea market for easily over 2 hours. And I was like, I'm just hungry. There's not much to eat here. I don't have any money. I'm 7. I don't have any money. So I'm just gonna get in the car and I'm gonna wait. Little did I know that after waiting probably for another whole hour, after it being like 80 degrees outside, I think I might have fell asleep. I might have took a nap. I might have said, I'm out. And I just put my head on the seatbelt, and I put the seatbelt on, and I might have just laid against the window, that nice window. And I might have woke up and been like, what's going on? And all of a sudden there was this cage, and we had a rabbit. And I was like, what? And they're like, hey, I somehow tricked our parents into getting a rabbit. And like, I guess, you know, the parental figures were not exactly happy about it. I don't know what happened. I guess someone had to buy that rabbit. It's a weird story, technically, because I don't know who paid money for that rabbit. I don't know if they just gave us the rabbit. I don't know what happened with the purchase or the claims to get that rabbit. All I know is that we had a rabbit. And that rabbit did not last long. And say an accident happened, and the rabbit very, very quickly, probably within a month, had passed away. Sad story. Sad times. But that's why you don't go to Petco. I mean, that had nothing to do with Petco, but it had something to do with rabbits. And they sell rabbits at Petco. Talking about rabbits. You got that Nesquik bunny. You got an Energizer bunny. You got the Bugs bunny. You got Lola bunny. Is your name Lola? Is that the Space Jam's bunny? I don't know if that's the Space Jam's bunny. I thought her name was like I don't know. Shucks. I thought there was like a famous pink bunny. Too, but not the Energizer bunny, like a girl bunny. Oh, Babs. They're Babs from Tiny Toons. But there's another bunny I'm thinking of. It was like in like the really crappy animation of like Doug, like the Doug TV show. Which I hated Doug. You know what? We were talking about mayonnaise. There was a girl in the show Doug named Patty Mayonnaise. And I hated her name. I don't know why Doug was like, yo, this girl, her name is Mayonnaise. And I'm cool with that. And I guess you could be cool with a girl named Mayonnaise. I mean, look, there's Mayo. But not even Mayo is mayonnaise. Look, it's just Mayo. Maybe because it's shorter? Why don't they call her Patty Mayo? You think anyone calls her Mayo? You think anyone's like, oh look, it's Mayo. You think she gets bullied? Dude, I will say the art in that show, the clothes that they wore was notoriously bad. I was just shocked. That show and Arnold. Hey Arnold, like I was just like, why? Why is everybody's head all weird and their hair is all funky and you know, like Helga had some long hair. She was a stalker. She was in love. She was a bully. She was mean. Her family sucked. But her family didn't suck as much as freaking Petco. At least my local Petco, please. Please, just get a better ventilation system. Talking about ventilation systems, I don't know if you guys have ever been inside of a Wendy's or an old Wendy's, but they have the same problem. Like, I knew people just reeked of cigarettes, or they reeked of substances, or just things. They went inside a Wendy's. That Wendy's smell within like a minute covered that up. That Wendy that you could feel like the Wendy's oil on your clothes, in your hair. Your hair's automatically thicker because of the Wendy's. The magic of Wendy's. Wendy's is amazing though. I love Wendy's. I worked at Wendy's. Wendy's, you have my heart. I love you, Wendy's. Wendy's, sponsor me. Love you. But for real, like, I was going to say, like, I remember one thing about Petco. And I've been talking about Petco for a while, but like, I was always shocked when I would be like, oh, let's go into the section, like where there's like fish toys, like for like aquariums and stuff. They'd be like, oh look, there's a treasure chest, and like they would have all these fun things, but I was like, if we put these things inside of a fish bowl or a fish tank, like, I don't know many parents that bought a fish tank. I know a lot of people that bought a fish bowl, and that, you can't put anything inside of a fish bowl besides those little clear marbles that are the forbidden fruit that people like to put in their mouths, you know, like marbles. Don't put marbles up your nose. Don't put marbles up your nose. Don't put those clear little gel, smooth, amazing little orbs that go in fish bowls. Don't put those in your mouth. I think that's why they like more people put rocks now. But like even then, like I know some people that had some fish. They would like every once in a while they would just like put their hand, grab one of the rocks and like throw them at their brother, sister, mom, then laugh. Poor little fish. And you know, like I never had a pet fish, but I've known a fish and I had to take care of fish. And I never knew what it was like to have a fish and then it just be dead. But I had to deal with their owner, like, just being devastated over and over and over. And it's like, why are you devastated? You didn't even take care of your fish. You always had me take care of your fish. Growing up, I had to take care of a lot of animals. I didn't like taking care of animals. Taking care of animals sucked. Definitely since like they weren't my animals. And like the people that owned them, they could like provide for the animal. Like you get the animal food sometimes, not even all the time. And like they would get them like stuff, but like they wouldn't ever spend time. They wouldn't like be like, oh, hi fish, and talk to the fish. Just having like a bathroom, just chilling there on the counter. And then they would turn off the lights. Fish be in the dark. Probably can't even see anything. Just runs into the side of the bowl, unless it uses sonar. Do fish use sonar? Do a lot of fish use sonar? Are they like bats? Though I heard that bats being blind is fake. That they actually have great vision, but they also use sonar. So I mean, if I could use sonar and I had great vision, I would use sonar still. I'd be all like, why do I need to know what's over there? I can use sonar. And then I can look in this direction. Look at me. Look, I had double the vision. I doubled the vision super quickly. Unless that vision, the sonar, like just knowing what's there, the information and everything, because of it bouncing back to me. I'm guessing that's how sonar works. I don't know how sonar works. If you know how sonar works, leave a comment below. Tell me how sonar works. Is it better? Is it better at finding things underwater, or is it better than at finding things outside of water? Does it travel at speeds like light? Like, we don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So, like, that's the thing though. Is like, why would there be like prices for these treasure chests and like a skull, stuff like that? And like sometimes it would like have a little hole, but I'm like, the fish is gonna get stuck in it, or the thing was too sharp and I was like, that fish is gonna get hurt. I was always terrified of those things. Those things were not well made back then, back in the day. I don't know. I guess I won't. I don't know what the prices are now, but like they were expensive. They were like $15 for this little thing that would now be like $2 and $25 back then. $25 back then was a lot of money. A lot of money. Though a lot of things were. Like VHS tapes. They were not cheap. Not many people owned VHS tapes when they first came out. I think like I heard that VHS tapes were anywhere from like $70 to like $200 when they first came out. like later on in the 90s, like in mid 90s, they were like anywhere from 45 to 100. Like I remember seeing like a set of DVDs, just like 3 or 4 DVDs, and it was like $225, and each tape only had like an hour and a half worth of content, and that was it. And like, I don't know, I feel like somehow they just knew what they were doing. I feel like there was extras before, but like, I don't know how that would have worked. Did I press like the fast forward button that goes to the right on the VHS tape to like go to the menu? I don't think there was a menu. Maybe I'm just thinking, maybe I'm getting things mixed up. But in general, like, VHS tapes are expensive. People used to rent them at places called like Family Video and Hollywood Video and Blockbuster, and it was just, is a thing. You and your family, or you and brother, sister, sibling, robot, bird. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if people let animals inside stores back then. I think back then, if like 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, they were like, you bring an animal in my store, get the out. Humans only. And you have to wear pants and a shirt. You get no service. You need to get out if you don't have a shirt or pants or shoes. You could have shirt and pants. There were times I had a shirt and pants, and I had just gotten from a pool, but I brought an extra pair, and I would have flip-flops. I would have sandals on, because I just came from the lake, or I just came from the pool, or whatever, and I would go to like a 7-Eleven, or a gas station of some sort, or just whatever was nearby, and I wanted to get a drink because it was real hot. It's the summertime. Or I wanted to buy a friend like a little tasty cookies and cream, or Neapolitan chocolate vanilla strawberry ice cream bar. Those sound so good right now. Or like that sweet cookies, yeah, they had like a cookies and cream and a strawberry shortcake of this like one popsicle. No, it wasn't popsicle, a fudge pop. It was more like a fudge pop. Maybe it was a cake pop. I don't know. But point is like, if you went inside one of these stores and you had flip-flops on, but you had like khakis, shorts, but actual shorts, and a shirt, they'd be like, nope, those aren't shoes, they're sandals. Even though they are the definition of shoes. They are for sure shoes. Or like, what if I went to the lake or whatever, or pool, and I'm a kid, or a teenager, but mostly a kid. Say I was a kid. I saved up. I had saved up quarters just so I can get a 50-cent drink. You see a 9-year-old kid just go inside the store, just trying to buy his Coca-Cola, and you deny him buying the Coca-Cola because he doesn't have a shirt. I guess his parents should be nearby, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I had too much freedom. I don't know. Or maybe I had just the right amount of freedom. Maybe they just believed I would make the right choices. And all I wanted was a Coke. All I wanted was an ice cream bar. Maybe I wanted to buy an ice cream bar for the cute, attractive person that went with me. Maybe the girl that walked with me that could have been a neighbor or next door neighbor or whatever. Maybe we walked to the ice cream store together and we were just some kids. Just wanted some ice cream after going to the pool. We're not gonna eat the ice cream before we go to the pool. And maybe we don't want a shirt on because it's so hot and we're having to walk because we're kids. You know? We have to walk all the way to the pool. We have to walk miles to the pool. Do people... I don't know if kids walk often unless like they're coming from school maybe now. But like all the time, I remember walking to a miniature golf course and to the place of miniature golf, and it's like $1.25. It was a whole 5 quarters, and it was probably more than that if you were like above the age of 12. But if you were young, it was like $1.25. Maybe if you're an adult, it was like $3.50 or something like that. So you guys can play one game all around for like $5. But it was popular enough that, like, you know, a family doing that'd be like $10 plus. You all get special balls. Plus, if you want a drink, it'd be like $1. I don't know how miniature golf places did it. I guess you just don't need that much electricity. You really don't need much. They just had like putters and some golf balls. That was it. And there's like the owner, and I guess he just showed up every day from I don't know, probably like 8 in the morning or like 11 in the morning, 10 in the morning, and people go to church or whatever, and then they go to a miniature golf course, and he'd be like, okay, well, that's your transaction. Then you just type it up on his big, loud, clunky cashier, and he just decided to sell waters and charge people for the golf balls, and then you would have like a miniature golf course that would have like loops and things. Maybe he just like got it from like a junkyard. I don't know. Some of the things looked like impressive, but I guess they were just like pulleys. But like, and they had like all like really, I don't think it was remotely real grass. I think it was just like green carpet that was like stapled onto the ground, and then like there's like fake grass around it maybe. But like other than that, like I guess if you had, I don't know, like 10, 20 people paid $5 at least, maybe 10, and then they got drinks, or like you're like, oh, Gatorade, it's $2, or they're like, you know, they're just like, oh, you want a soft pretzel? That's gonna be like $1.50. And you know, the kids would be like, yeah, and they'd be like, candy, $1.25. It's better than the movie theaters, but you know, it's he's making a little bit of money, just small amount, maybe after sales tax, not really, maybe like $1.50. But maybe they you know, other than that, they have to pay for like what, 1 light bulb, maybe 2 light bulbs. You just turn the place on, run a cash register that probably runs on double A batteries, and just have the utensils, and then just right there he's got 20 families show up from 20 families. Like, let's say there's only 2 people, and so there's 20, and that 20 times 4, and 40 times 5, that'd be like, what? That's like $200 right there. $200 made in a day. All you had to do is say, oh, here's some clubs, don't hurt yourself. See, I think now miniature golf courses and places like that, people would be like, oh no, the kid's gonna hurt himself, and now we're gonna sue him because a kid jumped into a area that that he shouldn't be. Maybe there were some rules that are like, hey, if you want to use this and you're going through this thing, you are reliable for you getting hurt. Like, and there's a big sign, I don't know, maybe I didn't know how to read. Maybe the person coming to the miniature golf place doesn't know how to read. I know so many adults that don't know how to read. I don't understand. I don't understand how you can live past the year 2000 and not comprehend or not be able to read simple words. I'm like, how did you get past middle school, high school, like elementary school? I'll give it that. If you have good memory, maybe you can like memorize words, but like, you can't do that. You can't do that in high school. Anyways, so yeah, and let's say that there was a lot of families. Let's say there's like, families of 4, families of 3. Maybe a gang of like 7 kids being like, oh, you know what we should do? We should go do miniature golf because there's nothing else to do. And it's cheap and it's fun. And they got like Gatorades. And so, hey, look at me. I've hit 10,000 taps. But like, I guess that's how you can run a business. Maybe if you own the land and you're not paying that much rent, you can make a living. I don't know if you could really support like a family. I think you'd be able to barely support yourself, but maybe, well, no, like maybe like, let's say you make $200 a day, 200, maybe 400. There are just certain things that add revenue. Just fun little knickknacks. $400, but you do have to replace some things or restock up on supplies. And 500 times 30, because there's an average of 30 days in a month. You know what? That's like 1,500. Yeah, that would no, 500. Okay, 500 times 10 would be 5,000. Yeah, that's 1,500. Wait, no. A day. So 500, that's 1,000. And I just do that 5 more times. That's 5,000. So 1,500, that's yeah. Or 15,000. 15,000. In a year, if you did that, if you worked every day, and they were slow days. You know what? You could probably do that. You could probably do that if you were by yourself and the world wasn't like how it is now, where everyone wants to sue each other and people aren't washing their hands, people aren't being sanitary, where I'm having to buy cleaning utensils all the time and all that. Like, I don't know. Anyways, this is the game. My name is Mayo. Actually, my name is Mayo too. And you know what? Maybe I'll come play this game again. I think I'm gonna end this video real soon. But I just want to say, if you made it this far, thank you. I had fun. I was rambling. I was talking about random stuff. Look at my finger go. Look at my finger go. What's happened to this mayo jar? Nothing's happened to this mayo jar. We're gonna stop right here. 10,800. 10,800. Watch me click a jar at 10,800. Alright. Thanks for watching.